The Mile High City, home of the two-time Super Bowl champion Denver Broncos, and for the 10th time in the last dozen years, the Cardinals and the Broncos end the preseason against one another. Arizona with a nice victory last week in Oakland. Denver at 3-0. Rich Cellini, Ron Wolfley, welcome to Denver. Wolf, big storyline tonight, the obvious one, who makes the 53-man roster out of this one. But we get to look at Chris Johnson and Sean Weatherspoon for the first time tonight, a couple of former first-round picks.
Absolutely, and what's so interesting about it is that Chris Johnson and Andre Ellington, they're the same back. They have the same skill set. Both these guys like to run behind a blocking scheme that includes the zone, whether it's the inside zone or the tackle zone. Both these guys catch the ball well out of the backfield. Both these guys excel in space. Both of these running backs are from the same running back species. And Andre Ellington and Chris Johnson are a huge bonus to the Cardinals because of that. You can have two schools of thought, Rich. Either you have a change-up back where your offense changes a little bit, or you have the same back where your offense stays the same. And that's what the Arizona Cardinals have.
For Weatherspoon, he's very good when he's on the field, but that's been the problem. Hasn't been on the field enough.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw Sean Weatherspoon play 2 years ago, and I can tell you right now, he was the best player on the field from time to time. The problem is he hasn't been able to stay on the field. The Cardinals expect to get a guy where he holds up well at the point of attack, a guy that can actually cover backs coming out of the backfield or run with tight ends down the seam. He's a playmaker, and playmakers are game changers.
Couple of low-risk, high-reward players. Find out how much they have in the tank when we come back tonight. It's the Broncos and the Cardinals and the preseason finale from the Mile High City. McManus to send it away for Denver. Williams back deep. And he'll be able to bring this one out. And Williams with a little room. And over the left side, and McManus able to get in there. And the kicker got his nose dirty on the first play of the game, but good starting field position for Arizona. And Phillip Sims, who has been efficient and effective at the quarterback spot. 3 of 4 last week, led them down to a nice drive and the victory in Oakland. He gets to start tonight.
Steady. And that's what BA says about him. This guy is just steady. Knows the offense, doesn't make a lot of mental mistakes. If he does make a mistake, he seems to recover very, very well.
11:10 to go here in the first quarter. Welcome back to our Ford broadcast booth, brought to you by your Arizona Ford dealers. Not a great start offensively for Arizona. Now Denver with the direction of Brock Osweiler. When you back up Peyton Manning, you don't see a lot of time in the regular season, but Osweiler, still a guy here in Denver, they're very high on him.
You got that right. Man, I'm high on Brock Osweiler too.
And he'll play action and wind up and let one rip, and he's got a man wide open, and he's connected with Caldwell, and Caldwell is gone. Home run, Denver. First play. Look at that one.
Well, that didn't take long.
3rd down, 6 following the 5-yard penalty. Sims with the receivers all to his right. In the pocket and runs out of time, and the ball comes out. And it's loose. Still loose, and Denver has it. They've missed it a couple times, and then the orange shirts finally got it. Vance Walker finally fell on it. A couple of them tried to scoop and score. Walker secures it.
Well, the pressure is going to come from the backside, and it comes right over Antoine McLeod from the backside again. That's always the most dangerous area. Bradley Sowell also working on that backside. You can see the penetration there, just not in sync, not doing a good job protecting Phillip Sims in that situation.
And Walker gets the hit, jars the ball loose, and ends up on top of it. Play action on 2nd and goal. Sims, end zone, caught, touchdown. Well, I don't know that was caught by who it was intended for.
It was not.
I think MoMA was the target.
You got to watch this right here. This is a classic sprint pass. Tight end to the corner, fullback to the flat, and Lasike went after Ifani Moma's touchdown and took it for himself.
That's the bad news. The good news is it's 6.
That is not the way that play is drawn up. That is the classic sprint pass. Every team's got it. It's one of the oldest plays in the book. Tight end to the corner, fullback to the flat. Look at Lasike. You know what, Ifani? You're going to make this team. You've done well enough. I'm going after that ball myself. That is good stuff right there, Paul Lasike.
And Moma's going, I got it. Wait a minute.
That is amazing, man. He was throwing that ball to Ifani Moma. Don't know if Ifani Moma would have caught the ball. We'll never know.
I think we're going to take another look at it to see if he secured it and see what they come back with and see if CK gets 6 or gets overturned. Well, you look at the season Arizona had a year ago. You make the playoffs, go 11-5, tie the franchise record for wins in a season, and some nice accolades for Steve Keim, Bruce Arians.
Interesting to see Sean Weatherspoon still out on the field right now.
Coach said today, got to figure out if he can still play football. Know what he's done. Don't have any film from him last year out with the Achilles, and that could answer something. Nice tackle.
That was nice. Playing downhill right there. Watch this little draw, and here comes the spoon. Picked him up and buried him.
Somebody block him. There you go. Spoon having some fun with it.
Gravedigger, Rich.
Well, Broncos got it started early with some big plays, but Arizona climbing back in it. Johnson has shown some flashes. We're at halftime here in Denver. Nice night in Denver. Welcome back to the Nissan Halftime Report. Nissan, innovation that excites. Rich Cellini, Ron Wolfley. Talked a lot of people at the top of the show. Wolf, what'd you think?
Well, I'd have to say Earl Watford.
Yep.
Not bad out of Earl Watford. That means, to me at least, probably going to be the starter against the New Orleans Saints. Think of Sean Weatherspoon as well. Sean Weatherspoon acquitted himself very well, I think, for not playing since 2013. And then I'd say Chris Johnson, very, very promising. Not because he took the ball and went 85 yards and one carry, but because he made people miss. And he also showed a little bit of that explosiveness.
Yeah, the explosiveness that gets you excited when you talk about Chris Johnson has been on display a bit tonight. 3rd and 9. End zone, back shoulder caught, touchdown! Benny Fowler.
So you called it, Rich. That's what it was. We'll just go ahead and we'll run that fade. You can see right here, this is a beautiful throw by Simeon to the back shoulder on the fade. That is a nice job. It wasn't bad coverage by C.J. Roberts at all. That's just a great throw, and a great throw beats good coverage every time.
Yeah, just a better throw and catch. And Simeon able to bounce back after Loucks dropped one to connect. And Denver's back in front with 57 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And some key pieces to that line is Thomas going to keep this one, go around the edge and get a nice gain. Potty's out right now, but nice signee. So when you look at Arizona and they get all those pieces back, Ron, it's going to have some pieces to work with.
No doubt. Take a look right here. Logan Thomas on the zone read. See his eyes? Looking at the end man on the line of scrimmage right there, realizing that Gerald Rivers was going down flat, not coming up the field, so that's fine. You can't be right. I'll pull it out, and I'll go ahead and get the corner.
Thomas gonna wind one up, and look who he's got. Inside the 5 and across the end zone line for a touchdown. It's J.J. Nelson getting loose once again this preseason.
That's what he brings to the table. It was a great read, a great job by Logan Thomas after the play action. Watch him get his eyes and read, find that safety. No, I got no safety. I'm going to throw it over the top. That is a great read, a great throw, and look at JJ, get it in. Boy, you know Logan Thomas, look at him, yeah, looking at the sideline, you see that?
I didn't know if Nelson was going to be able to keep his knee off the turf before he got to the final stripe, but he did.